Hey, what is up guys, it's Andreas here, and today we're doing another kind of reaction video. So, the video we are going to reacting to is called The Ugliest Shapes in Bodybuilding, and it's made by Steel Shock, who has 1,650 subscribers currently, as of the recording of this video. So, let's check what the frick this is gonna be.
In the world of bodybuilding, there are many perfectly shaped bodies that impress with either great mass or ideal proportions and aesthetics. However, only a small percentage of the population is predisposed to reach such a level. In today's material, I'm going to show you the worst results of people without the right genes trying to
If any of these guys that's on the screen currently are actually real, that's quite freaking bad. That's really freaking bad.
achieve the muscle mass of a Mr. Olympia. Let's start with a man who was my inspiration for this episode, with a monstrous midsection that extends not only sideways but also forwards and vertically, as the stomach seems far too long compared to the limbs. It can be said that this is the result of a weak body structure with rather wide hips and short limbs, combined with the desire for large muscle mass and the use of various supplements, as well as the consumption of large amounts of food.
First of all, no way that guy's natty. Second of all, my guess is that he is on HGH, human growth hormone. That is what I would guess he would be on, since his stomach is so freaking big. Because that is a thing that happens with bodybuilders if they take HGH. It is that they develop a bubble gut, as we call it.
Is Caesar Mandible and his abs and thighs pose that caught my attention. A truly fatal midsection that not only extends over the sides above the hips, but also shows completely uneven and asymmetrical ankles. The whole thing is accompanied by a very strong white line, which creates a remarkable separation of the abdominal muscles. Mandible has nevertheless made it to a profile on the website Muscle and Fitness, where you can read that he competed at a weight of 129 kilograms. In addition, all signs point to him having an IFBB Pro card, as in 2012 he placed 16th at the PBW Championships Tampa Pro.
Bro, no way this guy is IFBB Pro. There's no absolute way unless he started out natty, became enhanced, and then this happened with, again, I would guess HGH. It's because of the giant bubble gut, because since it seems like that he's very lean. He's definitely very lean, but the fact that he is so big out in the side is what makes me guess that he is on HGH and not small doses.
Which was won by Sean Roden at the time. If you look at other photos of him, this bodybuilder doesn't have such a big belly as his predecessor, but the physique is less defined, or rather less proportioned, and doesn't look as hard. Nevertheless, you have to admit that he looks more massive. Let's move on to Kenny O'Neill.
I'm already gonna say there's no way he doesn't have like shoulder implants or something. There's no way that's actually how he would look natural. Like, oh well, with or without PEDs, there's no way that this is actually the way his shoulders would look without getting some sort of implants. There's absolutely no way. I do not believe it.
Exploded in the year 2016 after a competition in Canada, just like his shoulders.
Again, the gut. Do I need to say more what I think it is?
Was it synthol, implants, or perhaps inflammation? We don't know for sure. Before I present his version of the situation, it's worth mentioning that alongside his failed shoulder muscles, he also presents a tragic midsection that visually diminishes the other muscle areas. Apart from that, his form in general also leaves a lot to be desired, as he looked very spongy on stage. The shoulder muscles are his best and biggest part, offering the most meat to inject various substances into. Unfortunately, the injections caused inflammation that made his shoulders swell, as can be seen in the photos.
If that does look to be the same guy, but he still had a huge gut, it seems. But his shoulders look way better. He just in general looked way better in the left photo than on the right one.
View he gave for RX Muscle, his self-confidence was remarkable. He explained that he was aiming for the pro card in this competition and wanted to show something special on stage. He also said that he is involved with many things in his life and that bodybuilding is a side benefit that he can showcase. I don't know what else he does and what he might not be so good at, but I would definitely think twice before using his services. This is Hani Salib. How does he train his belly button? Asks a Reddit user under the picture shown.
What is this guy? Okay, so he seems to have good lats, like big lats. His quads, I would say, his legs just seem to be quite small compared to the rest of his lats, so that's not really too good. At least that's my opinion. And then just his chest just looks weird, man. Oh well, his chest doesn't look weird, but it's just not proportionate in my opinion. This is definitely. Yeah, this makes sense why he's in this video. Very, very much so.
From this element, however, the center doesn't look too bad compared to the figures shown previously. The biggest point of criticism is the unusual, almost square shape of the muscles, their lack of separation, and the torn muscle areas that mess up the symmetry. The damaged left pectoral muscle and the deformed left shoulder, with injuries to both the biceps and triceps, are striking. Nick's Strength and Power did a feature on him entitled Everything Wrong with Bodybuilding and portrayed him as personifying the potential side effects of the sport. What I think should be mentioned, however, is the obvious abuse of synthol or the use of some kind of implant. Let's move on to the man known as the King of Palumboism, or the worst example of this disease in the history of bodybuilding, Big Lenny, 193 centimeters tall and 154 kilograms out of season. On stage, however, his weight is listed around 140 kilograms. It's hard to comment on this figure in any way, but it's worth pointing out the truly surprisingly long list of his participations.
Oh man, what is there even to say about this guy? What can I even say? What can I even say? Like, look at him. That is so not aesthetic, and that's so sad with his gut. He did say he had some sort of syndrome or illness, which sucks. But damn, that's hard to look at. That's very hard to look at. Not very pleasing at all.
On YouTube, you can find footage of him posing in NPC competitions as far back as 2004, where you can see that the character of the silhouette was the same as it is today. You can also find videos from 2000.
His legs. Does he not train legs? He does not look like he trains legs. Or at least barely trains them compared to the rest of his body. What the heck?
2014, or 2017. So anyone who thought that Lenny was
look at his legs. Those are tiny compared to his upper body. Oh man, that's sad, man. Now nothing against him. It's just I get why it's in the video. But hey, if he's confident, then that's all good. That's good, man. He's confident enough to get up on stage. I am definitely not confident enough to get up on stage, but it's very nice that he's that confident. So good on him.
Finally, the undoubtedly most successful bodybuilder on this list, who by the way is considered by many to be the strongest bodybuilder of all time. Whether this is rightly seen that way would have to be analyzed in a separate episode. Either way, until his physique got completely out of hand, he could look really good. He combined tremendous mass with good proportions, but unfortunately that changed over time. His form in recent performances looked like the attached picture. Here is his form from the Toronto Pro 2005.
His legs again. Again, his legs. He's definitely lean. It looks like he's decently lean. But his legs. Yes, very big lats, it looks like. Decently sized arms, big chest. But his legs, they just don't seem to fit his upper body. Like, his upper body seems to be huge, but his legs are just like not that big. At least it doesn't look like it in this shot.
He was 38 years old at the time, and apart from his obviously
Okay, I
very
can see in this, his legs look actually quite decently big. But the gut, man, the gut is so hard to watch, or so hard to look at. It's just not pleasing, and I kind of get a bad feeling in my stomach just watching that. Ugh.
noticeable pelumboism, his form left a lot to be desired. In the back poses, you could see sagging skin, and his lower areas were completely blurred. He looked just as unspectacular at the Arnold Classic. On stage, he weighed 152 kilograms and had legs that were far too narrow in relation to the rest of his body.
There we go, the guy agrees with me. This guy has way too small legs compared to the rest of his body. Just like the wide waist and that kind of stuff, and the big gut, it just doesn't fit, man.
The aforementioned appearance at the Toronto Pro in 2005 was his last, after which he apparently rightly decided to end his career. Let us know in the comments who you think tops the ranking of the worst silhouettes in bodybuilding.
Well, that is the video, and if you... Whoops! My knee went up too, up in my table. Anyways, if you agree with my points, or if you think I'm an idiot, tell me. If you have something I didn't see, something I missed in the video, oh, please tell me down in the comments. And well, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see ya. Wait, that's wrong. See ya in the next video. Goodbye.